On this video, I'm going to talk about hand-eye coordination and things you have probably never heard of, like visual cortex priming, smooth eye pursuit, and why practice actually makes perfect. Let's go. What's up, everyone? My name is Mark and welcome to the channel. Now, the first big concept we're going to go over is the majority of your eye movement and your head movement will occur at different times. So let's first start with eye movement. So if you're trying to track an incoming basketball pass, the majority of your eye movement happens before that person even releases the ball. Now let me explain that first. So what your eyes are doing is they're going to look beyond the target, in front of the target, and side to side of the target. So what that eye movement does is it's giving you a thing called an ocular motor warm-up. And that is basically the same thing as you would warm up your muscles prior to any other activity. The second thing that these eye movements are doing is giving you a visual cortex priming. Now what that is doing is setting up your brain and nervous system to get ready for an incoming object. So it's like that button you press on your weed whacker where you hit the primer and it gets the engine ready, gets the juices flowing, and gets it ready to start. That's the same thing that your eyes are doing as they're bouncing around. It's giving yourself some sensory information so you can prime your body to get ready to receive an object or track the object as it's moving toward you. The other important thing this eye movement does is it assesses the scene. And what that means is it's giving your body a sense of awareness of where it is in space. That way, you don't throw your hand out in something that may hurt you, or you're going to take a step over and you know that someone else is there. You know how to coordinate your hand and body around the space that you're given in. But one of the big limitations as an object comes in is your smooth pursuit, or some people say smooth eye pursuit. And what is the smooth eye pursuit? It's how well your eyes can track an object without going into what's called a saccade. A saccade is a quick and jerky eye movement that causes a little bit of blurriness. And your smooth pursuit, you can track objects with an intense focus. But the big limiting thing about smooth eye pursuit is the highest that I've seen a study go to was 130 degrees per second, and most people are in the range of somewhere between 1 and 100 degrees per second. So okay, 1 to 100 degrees per second, what does that really mean? Well, if we take into account that a professional baseball travels at 750 degrees per second, we can know that we're way beyond the capabilities of our smooth pursuit. That's when we move on to head movements and subsequent body movements, where they can counteract the limitations of saccades and smooth pursuit. What that is doing is forcing your eyes to lock onto an object, and then you're going to orient your body and your head to track that object as it's coming to you. And the longer you can track that object, the better outcomes you are going to have. And this is why you will see when people take pitches in baseball, you will see their eyes look out and their head will move in. Because their eyes aren't actually tracking the ball, it's their body and head movement that's keeping track of the ball, but their eyes are locked onto the target. So let's piece that all together. So your eye movement happens before you're even ready to do a hand-eye coordination event. And that assesses the scene and gets you ready to go. But once you get past your smooth pursuit capabilities, your body and head will orient itself to track the object with your eyes locked on, so you do not have to move into many saccades where things become really blurry. So when you're in sports, now this is a very dynamic situation, and this is when practice will make perfect. The more repetitions you get, the more you will understand where these balls and objects are going to go. Because a lot of times during sports, your gaze may be interrupted, and if you've practiced and practiced assessing the speed, trajectory, and angles that these things are coming at you, you will be more likely to have a correct guess, and that way a temporary loss of focus is not going to affect the final outcome, and your more and more outcomes will be in a positive manner for you. So practice, keep your eye on the ball as long as possible.
Subscribing to my channel, it is free.